What up, y'all? We are back on the Bury the Needle podcast. This is episode 22. My name is YT Rhymes. I'm joining you from Terrace BC, Canada, and I'm with my co-host Rocco DePopolo, and he's joining us from East Van Wear and Tattoo Company.
YT, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's the weather up there? Getting cold?
It's starting to get cold. Yeah, we reached 0 degrees just the other day.
Jesus Christ! I know last night at the ports there. Fuck, I tell you, the last hour, my God, I was cold.
Oh yeah, it was
Long,
windy last night.
yeah, 2 words. Long John. Z.
Yeah, yeah.
So YT, we're coming down to what, episode 22. This year we did 22 shows about tattooing. Bury the Needle. Of course, you guys know my co-host YT and also Oliver Brown. And we just basically been moving forward with it while Oliver's been building his Divine Ink shop up in Terrace, beautiful shop, and of course building his artist, which is a tough racket nowadays. I mean, everybody wants to make money, but nobody wants to work. And I heard and I seen, well, we had an interview with him and Malcolm, and he's got himself a guest artist up there, which is kicking some ass. And of course, the apprentice's name is
Corey Belmont.
Corey Belmont. I should know. Corey tattooed me last time I was up there. Love Terrace. I got to come back up there again, but I'm going to fish from the shore this time, not from the ocean. Fucking so goddamn shaky and moving. I posted that picture when I was up there the other day on my Instagram. Him trying to flick my nuts while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, make sure to tune into the Axes Up podcast at 5 p.m. today, because Ollie and Malcolm will let you know what's going on at Divine Ink. You'll get to hear what they've got in store for returning to the airwaves and more.
Yeah, they're going to bring this idea they got going on. I think it's going to be fun. Lots of fun. Those two there, I tell you, they're fucking characters. Right? Of course,
yeah, they've got a great chemistry.
They do. They do. On our Bury the Needle, guys, you understand this is our last episode for the season. We'll be back on the screens. When are we coming back, YT?
Back in March.
So, what we're going to have planned for Bury the Needle for 2022 is we're going to be showing a lot more different styles. So people understand when I say styles, they understand what I'm talking about. Traditional, neo-traditional. Let them understand Western, Eastern. Let them understand, kind of lettering. Some people do look at some kind of lettering and say, what the fuck does that say? Well, welcome to the graffiti world, right? I always had a gentleman named Ryan Jack. He used to work here at my shop. Amazing artist, amazing graffiti artist. He's gone to different paths in life now. But at the end of the day, every time I need to know what something said, if someone tagged the building or something, because I was part of the business association and we get tagged up and down the drive all the time. And he would tell me, he would show me, just follow the lines, Rocco. You see it in the lines. I'm like, fuck. The shit I learned from him was great, but I'm still confused when I look at stuff. But anyways, we're going to be talking about that, and we will still be interviewing artists from around the world. I'm making new friends, new contacts. I have the East Van Tattoo Festival on June of 10, 11, and 12 of 2022. It's going to be at the Croatian Cultural Center on Commercial Drive, aka Little Italy, Vancouver, East Vancouver, BC. The center's about 6 blocks away from, well, it's not 6 blocks away, but 6 blocks away from Broadway Street, which is where the SkyTrain station is. And we every year we have the Italian Day Festival from, say, about 12th to 13th of Commercial, and we're on 16th. That's where the convention is, and it goes all the way to Venables. Down Commercial, the streets are shut down. We have 300,000 people on the street. Entertainment, food, merchandise. Beautiful sunny day. So we have that advantage. The disadvantage of the show is that it's a boutique show. It's not a big show. It's not like what we're used to, 250, 300 booths, because to me it's not about the money. It's about the art. If I can make enough to pay the bills, that's all I need. So we got 75 booths. 75 artist booths, an indoor facility, 2 different rooms. The exterior is going to be our stage area. We just finished talking to Paul Ata, Polynesian dancing. We're gonna have Miss East Van Bikini, of course, with a nice cash prize to get those females, out of the COVID mode and get them onto the stages and maybe make them some money because a lot of these girls, depend on their profiles, for their socials, and this would be a nice little piece of the profile if they're winning a contest. Miss East Van. Also, live bands, tattoo contests. These was going to be a little bit different because most shows allow outside artists to bring their work into the show and have it part of the contest, which my show is going to be whatever is done at the show is part of the contest. So it'll be smaller pieces because daily pieces, traditional, small black and grays, flash, etc. And also the last day will be, pieces that people have been working on all weekend. Maybe a long sleeve or a sort of sleeve, leg sleeve, arm sleeve, or a bigger piece, right? But like I said, I was going to shows and artists work hard at the show to get a piece and all of a sudden somebody gets a piece from on the outside and brings it in and they scratch it a little bit with the needle saying, well, I did it here. I tell you, buddy, so many mimickers, or they call them we call them gimmickers down the ports, but so it's gonna be
Yeah.
like that. And I got a beautiful idea for a trophy. I mean, we've done the fucking machines, the tattoo machines, we've done the skateboards, the plaques. I got a different concept. I'm gonna probably show on our first episode when we come back in March. The prizes and everything else going on. So with that, there's being said, I've met a lot of new more artists, and I want to bring them on. Bury the Needle next year. Let them tell us how they, run their shops and the clientele base and how it works. Every
Yeah.
Saturday here, I do consults. You know what I'm saying, YT? I meet young kids, young people under 18 that want to get tattooed. It might be their first time. Um, you do get those confused children that come in and, they want their first tattoo. They're very nervous. I make it comfortable for them because I remember my first tattoo and my experience in the shop, really dark. Back then, they were smoking inside the shop, and underarm deodorant was the fucking how they put your fucking, your tattoo on, and now it's all changed around. Of course, no smoking in the shops. Shops are much more cleaner. No more, you know, needles. It's all throwaway. Everything's throwaway now, which is great. I don't know. It's a more respected industry. I just wish it would be noticed by the fucking the trades. It should be a trade where there should be a school where we do here as an apprentice program teaching the old ways and new ways. The beginning of tattooing, where it all originated from. So we thanks God. So when we do um, have them out in the open there when they graduate, so they can sit down and have a conversation with an old school artist when they ask, my students, and also
Yeah.
about coil machines. We use the old coil machine now. The coil machine is starting to be very what do you call it? Dinosaurs. What are dinosaurs called? Prehistoric.
Extinct.
Extinct. I got a lot of coil machines I've gotten for gifts in the past. I got a really nice machine that was given to me from the late Brooklyn Payne, East Coast tattoo artist that also helped build the battle axe global. The movement back then, it was the movement. And then we took it more serious. We made it more of, I wouldn't say a business. It's still fun, but more of we are artists of all forms, and I think that our
More of
art
a
is
family.
yeah, and more of a serious family.
Yeah. Yeah.
We roll in a town. Of course, we used to have 30, 40 members in a division, but it's coming down to where you have say 12 or 13 members, some 5 or 6, some 2 or 3, but they're artists. And now the whole idea is to support each other, get you out there. Like I say, it's better to sell your art around the world than in your backyard, right? So we have that social platform that we're still working on every day to get everybody involved in. And from there, like I said, so from there we're meeting a lot more artists, so we'll have them on our shows. And I'm also going to discuss coil machines, rotary machines. I'm going to show people on, the podcast, the difference. Remember, they're machines, they're not guns. It's like I tell somebody, you don't drive a bike, you ride a bike. It's a tattoo machine, it's not a gun. You're not going to shoot somebody with it. But I love when people say that. I guess that's an American thing. Always using the word gun. I guess they love guns so much. But seriously, we want to show the respect that the tattoo industry deserves. It's starting to be part of the fashion world. YT,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
women come in, and just they want to. I will never tattoo a person's face, neck, hands, um, private parts as a first tattoo. I think if a female wants her boobs tattooed, sure, if the concept's right, as long as it's not an attention tattoo at a young age, removing clothing to show your tattoos. As I think only if it's going to be part of like our sister model Katie May, you know, our gold patch from Spokane. I mean, there's a female model who exposes, but that's her job. That's her art form. That's her trade. And she's very very beautiful at it. I mean, I love seeing her posts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference from that to you know I don't know, whatever the hell they want to call it. But I mean, porn is becoming a fucking art form now, or trade. This fucking fans only is becoming something everybody's doing for easy money, right?
Yeah.
How-
So I just wanted to mention something about the tattoo convention that you're going to hold in June.
yes,
Um, we will have Battle Axe Global will be present on the stage. I will be present at the tattoo convention. I will be coming down there, so you can ensure that in June next year, you might even get some exclusive interviews from that tattoo convention on a live Bear the Needle podcast.
it's part of the plan. YT. I talked to the audio visual guys. Tuesday, I had everybody down there, and I explained to them that we do have a podcast where we have our own booth, and also I like to have our tattoo cartel down there. Our artists from back east, of course, our artists here in BC. In between, I'd like to bring Candy up, from the States, from San Diego. Hopefully, she can come up here and do some inking too. We do have 5 or 6 artists that, know what they're doing. And we
Yeah,
have new
Candy,
artists.
who has been on the Bear the Needle podcast before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a great person. I love her. And at the end of the day, we do have a lot of new artists that I want to bring so they can learn. Um, it's going to be nice. We're going to have our own little corner at the convention or the festival. Sorry, and like I said, YT, it is in the books where we can't have. I also have the audio videos that are going to be going around talking to people, and in the registration package that I'm trying to get out this week. But I'm just my introduction. I'm trying to work on where when I send the package, they read the introduction, they understand that it's a moneymaker. It's going to be a moneymaker. And it's going to be a shaker. I tell you because when you have a show with 75 booths and you have a show that has your food, your beverages, a full cappuccino cafe bar, you know the way I do things, clean. The artists have their own lounge area. We also have an upstairs bar area for when the show's over for all the people involved in the show. So they have themselves a nice, relaxing drink or something to snack on, and then they can finish their night off. Of course, the entertainment is a big thing. I mean, this show is gonna the stage is outside YT, but this fucking this the cultural center has screens in every room. So you could be tattooing your clients. They could be watching the Polynesian dancing outside, the live bands outside, the tattoo contest outside. The center has stages, but with this COVID and everything, to cram everybody in, it's just we're not winning that way, right? Who knows? In June, this thing whole could be blown over, but I highly fucking doubt it.
we can only hope at this point. But I know I'm just as excited as you are about what we have in store for next year. But in about 16 days, you're doing something really special for the children.
Every year, everybody knows my birthday is on the 17th of November. every year for the past 5 years. Last year we did something private through the tattoo show. I mean, the tattoo shop East Van Wear Ltd. Um, and we collect toys for children, for parents, for families that can have that extra gift, the gift from Santa Claus, we call it, right? So it's Christmas for kids. It's our 5th year. So you come to my shop this year. It's going to be at my shop in the restaurant next door. I am accommodating it for unvaccinated and vaccinated. My shop is not part of the mandate, so unvaccinated people can come. The back area will be where the food and drinks are because that's the back door to the restaurant where they can serve us. And the restaurant will be for vaccinated, but I'm going to have Balcat and Liam play live at the tattoo shop for a little bit of entertainment. But yeah, everybody's invited. I invite everybody. Everybody's invited. I don't give a fuck who you are. The only way you get in and the only way you get to drink and eat is if you bring me a gift for a kid unwrapped from 0 to 11. And I try to explain to people, don't bring me a Hot Wheels car. That doesn't work for me. I better see some kind of effort in the gift. Okay, I'm not going to have someone just drop off a Beanie Baby and drink my booze and eat my food. It's not going to happen. I've asked people to get the fuck out of the party because of being so fucking stupid and rude. But it's for kids. So this year I'm turning 50, the big 50, half a century. And so we're doing a big event here at the tattoo shop and at Park Drive restaurant next door. And sometime between December the 15th and the 20th, somewhere in there, Park Drive is going to let me use the restaurant. Hopefully it's a Monday. Because YT, the kids get to go into a room and pick the gift they want. You know, the very first year we did it, I had fucking Billy and Missy from fucking my Okanagan division all come down, wrapping gifts for me, putting on what they felt was the age bracket, boy, girl. Well, some kids got home and they fucking opened up a doll. You know, well, it's still for boys, still for girl, but maybe that girl didn't want the doll. So we did it for the last 4 years where you pick your own gift. And the only downfall is they take forever. Hurry
Yeah.
up, grab the biggest box. And
Yeah.
also that day I have Fratelli's Bakery and Bruno's Corner Cup. Bruno's Corner Cup brings hot chocolate for the kids. Fratelli's Bakery on Commercial Drive brings cookies. So it's a great thing on that day we give out. And Santa Claus shows up. You know, Santa Claus who smells like Players Light. You know, but he's Santa Claus.
So make sure to go out and grab yourself a gift. If you are in the Lower Mainland area on November 16th, grab yourself a gift for any age 0 to 11 and head over to 1839 Commercial Drive, East Van Ware and Tattoo Company for Christmas for Kids.
6 to 9 on the 16th at the shop. 6 to 12 next door at the restaurant. We have to close the shop down at 9 so we can wipe it all down and get it ready for tomorrow, the next day. But yeah, I look forward to this event every year. It's nice, YT, to see these kids happy to get a gift that, you know, and right now, COVID and everything, parents don't have money.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't afford it. I mean, I got a gentleman last 2 years ago. His name is Luca Sepp. He's one of my brothers down at the ports. And this guy here, man, he came with fucking 8 garbage bags. And I'm talking the shit they came with. These gifts for, you know, 50, 60, 80, you know, big money. It's a lot of money when it comes to a kid's gift. People don't understand that. And Luca came right on. It was funny because I was talking about it last night and with these guys on my at the ports. We were doing in the lunchroom, and one they were asking about because I put posters up. And all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder and it's Luca. I go, fuck, Luca, I was just talking about you, man. Like, it's strange how things happen. But yeah, it's great. We have a lot of people that participate. What Lucas says is this: I see that you act like a big shot on Instagram, so there's no reason why you can't give me $100 to put towards Christmas for Kids. And he's a very aggressive person. Him and the Moto Concept gentlemen, Ryan, Jason, and them are going to get involved this year also. Battle Axe Global is all over this fucking thing. This is one of our events, one of our charities. Anything I do might come from me, but it's always got Battle Axe Global Artist Society behind it, showing the positive side of us. Yes, we do negative things. We are human. Yes, you know, it's called growing up. But at the end of the day, you know, not everybody's perfect, but we want our children to move forward in a positive direction. It may be with an art form, it may be a job, education. You know, we want them to stay away from these supposed gangs and all these fucking drugs that are killing them. So, like I tell kids at Battle Axe Global Art Society, yes, we are artists of all forms, but we also do support our communities. And you can check that out on our website, backswordglobal.com. You'll see our charities. We have removed a lot of charities that we did get involved with like years back. But moving forward with our MS, with our bullying and everything else we're doing, the purses for the lady shelters, the Christmas for kids, backpack for children, food for Christmas. We do a lot. We do whatever we can. And I wish we could do more. And now that COVID's slowly disappearing, hopefully we can really get involved, because when COVID came along, nobody wanted anything to do with our charities because we weren't allowed to be in, communication. Everybody
In
had to be
close
separated.
proximity. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was sad because Battle Axe Global could have helped. May have
Yeah.
been, water or mass, anything that we could distribute, we would have been there. But they said no. Right now, everybody's got to just stay home. So we stayed home. Stages are closed. We got no entertainment. So everybody, got out to the electric platforms and sold their music and merchandise and
Yeah.
all the other stuff they could do to survive. Put it this way, a lot of artists got jobs during COVID. If they
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
survive,
Oh yeah.
you got to have that job. I always got a job.
Yeah. The whole entertainment industry itself
Oh,
is suffering and has been suffering for quite a while since COVID has been ongoing.
well, and that's what the festival YT, like the Fridays, what I want to do is I want to have hip hop, the Battle Axe family up there. I did reach out to an SDK artist, the Stomp Down family. I reached out to one of their artists to see if he's interested. I want to bring people together. Um, just because we had bad blood, because of one bad person who figured he was, the king of everything, ruined a lot of things. But we want to open those doors up again, and we want to work with everybody because we are all artists, right? And there's no reason collaboration over competition, I always say, and it works a
Yeah.
whole lot better with the
Yes.
grind mode cipher, really, and the axe mode podcast that you and Micah hold, and what Willie's doing also. We have a new podcast coming up next year also with Brittany. I'm excited about that one there also. I mean, we always got something going on in a positive direction with Battle Axe, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of new content coming. Just because Bury the Needle and Axes Up are going on hiatus until March does not mean that we are not coming with brand new content.
Yes,
Willie P will be running the VGHL. We have a new show coming called Behind the Boards, where we will be covering all the intensity that happens behind the boards of people playing in the VGHL.
amazing graphics on that fucking hockey, I tell you, amazing.
Yeah.
And also, sponsorship is still available for it. Get your company name, get your logo, get your whatever you want to do, and to support on the widescreen, on the ice, check it out, the VGHL. We're going to have that link on our website also, the front page, where you can also see past podcasts. We're on the front page. All the links are available. Hit it, and you'll be able to see all our past shows for Bury the Needle, Axes Up, Axe Mode Podcast, Battle Axe Music.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think
Yeah.
2022 will remember something. We're not here to compete with anybody. We're here to work with everybody. So if there's anybody out there that wants to be part of these podcasts and talk about your art form and or get involved, please. The Backsword Social at Gmail, DMYT. He's got the podcast Instagram, DM the Tattoo Tailor, DM any of us, and they'll direct you to us, and we will make it happen. At the end of the day, we want to work with everybody.
Yes, we have a show that will cater to any art form and all artists out there. If you guys play the guitar, if you guys are hip hop artists, if you guys play metal, if you guys are in a rock band, if you guys do punk music, techno, EDM, hit us up. We want to know more about you.
Yes. That's what makes this family so unique, worldwide, Asia, Australia, America, Canada, and Europe. We have contacts in all these different areas to get involved if you want to be a member. Applications are available on the website. When we say applications, we want to know more about you. We want to know something about you. That's why we have the applicator. We're not going to bring somebody just in because they want to be part of something and all of a sudden they're good for nothing but headaches. We've had those in the past. We want artists because that's what we are, you know. Maybe you're not an artist, but you're a great supporter. Show it to me. Show it to us. You know, applications we go through and we have a live Zoom meeting with you, get to know you. Last thing I want is any fucking pedophiles part of this family. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do the application process. I do a background check on everybody. We don't want drama in this family. We want positive people. And like I said, yes, once in a while we're not positive, but that's our own personal business.
Hey,
Right?
nobody's perfect. If we never made mistakes, we wouldn't have made it this far.
When we were kids, we were raised with this. Like, you kids nowadays have it easy for crying out loud. You do something bad, we take away your iPad. Fuck. I tell you what.
I do feel a bit sorry for the kids during COVID, though. They are kind of getting robbed of their innocence.
No. Education is a big thing now, YT. Like I say to most parents, pay attention to the education of your kids in high school. Make sure they're learning more about what's going on in the world. Nobody gives a fuck who discovered America, you know, who was the first person in Europe. And it's always going to be First Nation. It doesn't matter what you say, but you know they always say this person here. But they need to understand what's going on with you know the world today. Maybe mortgages, financing, education about just politics and everything, because they're the future of this world. And the last thing I want is what's going on right now with our politics. Confused people, just making it worse and worse. They're paying so much attention to certain aspects. If you're fucking lazy, you got everything. But if you're working and making money, they want you to pay more taxes to take care of the lazy person. Now, when I say lazy, I mean anybody can get up and get a fucking job. But why? Nobody wants responsibility. And that's the thing, that we don't want our kids being lazy. They have to understand they got to get up, they got to make their beds, they got to clean their dishes, they got to wipe down the table, they got to vacuum, put their clothes in the laundry, yada, 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 yada. It keeps going on and on because you got to have self independence, right?
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
going to do? You're going to give them a fucking house? Oh, wow.
yeah,
You're going to clean the fucking gutters or, clean the leaves from the fucking drain so it doesn't flood the house?
yeah,
Cut the grass, all that kind of stuff. You got to show our kids nowadays. And when we were younger, that was part of living. That was part of living.
yeah.
If not, like I said, the spoon. The spoon.
So, Rocco, is Christmas for Kids going to be the last event for East Van Wear and Tattoo for 2021?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
November, December, we'll give out the gifts. And like I said, I got January, February off. I'm full time at the ports right now, full time at the shop, full time trying to make myself healthy, strong. Of course, I'm always in the fitness facility I have at my house, in the gym, at least, half an hour, 45 minutes a day. You get older, YT, things start hurting more. So it's just basically I train to move forward. And also with, having a little bit of break, because come what, May, the bike society's back on the road, the car club's back on the road. So, the car club, we do the autism. This year, my riding society, we're going to be getting involved in some personal charities. Everything we do is for kids and mothers, women and children. That's all I care about. Yes, I do. We do a lot for men in the battle axe, saying maybe addiction, mental health. Um, I think there's a lot of too many um, shows about mental health. And it's funny because mental health is a big category. Mental health is, it COVID brought a lot of mental health. COVID brought a lot of mental health issues to people. How to attack it is different for everybody. My main thing is what I try to tell people is fitness, live healthy, stay away from negative people. Um, and try to, yes, I know no one wants to be by themselves, but when you are by yourself, maybe write a journal or educate yourself. Read something, Google something, learn something. And I know nowadays, 8 hours a day for a job, it doesn't matter what it pays you. Remember something, you're 8 hours outside of your zone and you're 8 hours in someone else's zone where there's people around you. You might make a new friend. Um, and you might find someone to go a different path with. You might find that perfect woman, man, whatever you prefer. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to finishing off November, December, taking a couple months off, and just kind of like keeping it. Battle Axe Global is 365 days a year for me. My other societies are only 4 months, thank God. It's a lot of work, but the society is great because I'm always talking to somebody new around the world, brothers and sisters around the world. This little gizmo right here keeps me connected. Podcasts, live Zooms. We have over 300 members. So you got to remember each member I want to communicate with. So sometimes I might not speak to a member for a week or two, but you know, it's always nice to get a message. I always get messages from Eston from up there, which is cool. And also some of the guys. It's great. You know what I'm saying? YT, I feel blessed to have so many unique people in my life, some crazier than the next. But the smile in my heart, my face, my mouth, you know what I'm saying? They just move forward, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how something like this will ever end. I hope it
I
stays
gotta
away.
I gotta pay tribute to our own co-host Oliver James Brown. He says a warrior's path is always forward. So
Cut that right in. Oliver's been through a lot. He's still going through a lot right now, and
yeah,
that's why he stepped down from the bury the needle for now until he gets his own. Of course, the shop, build the shop, and the ex relationship and everything. Thank fucking Christ, he's got himself a beautiful lady right now.
yeah,
I think Victoria's a great woman. He's very happy, and she's also helping out the shop too, which is great.
yeah. I agree. Victoria's a great girl for him.
Yeah, let's just hope to God that one don't fuck up.
Yeah,
Right? Let's go fishing. They both like fishing, and the
yeah,
sad thing
yeah.
is, only one ever going to come back one day. And I pray to God it's Oliver. I pray
Hell
to God
yeah.
it's Oliver. Always Oliver.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him. Just
yeah,
gotta get through these last stages of all the past bullshit. And like I tell people, you don't give up. Here's a perfect example. Oliver never gave up. Fuck, he was a drug addict back in the day. Fuck, he's got his toys. He's got what he needs. And every day is a step forward. Stay positive, right, and be that warrior.
yeah. Exactly.
Well,
But anyways, that was the Bury the Needle podcast, episode 22. This is our season finale. Until next March, we will be completely revamping the show as well as Axes Up. Make sure to join us for Axes Up in just 2 hours, where you will see the return of Ollie and Malcolm, the irate primate, and the Ollie Llama himself. They will be returning to the airwaves and letting you know what they have in store for a podcast of their own.
and I want to thank all the people that were involved in Bury the Needle 2021, the artists, the shops, yourself, YT, Ollie, Malcolm, everybody. It was a great first year. But like I said, next year we're going to change a few things around. And like I said, hopefully we see people on there. Axes up high.
Hell yeah. Axes up, Rocco. And
We'll see you in a couple hours.
yes, sir. And much love to everybody who has joined us for the Bury the Needle podcast. I have to thank you myself. And make sure to join us every Tuesday at 3 p.m. for the Axe Mode podcast. Stay tuned to the Battle Axe Global page for the relaunch of Bax Global Music. We will have 2 new podcasts on the way, one by the name of Behind the Boards, which will cover VGHL, the hockey league created by Willie P in Thailand. So we will be covering all the games that we stream live, and you will get to hear about some of the intensity that happened behind the boards. And that will happen Thursdays at 5 p.m. starting November 14th. And then that following Saturday at 4 p.m., we launch our brand new show with Brittany Robertson by the name of Globally Challenged, where we talk on worldwide issues.
And we're going to have a few of our sisters on there also. I've reached out to our sisters any of you global sisters that want to get involved in that show, please contact YT or Brittany or myself at the Backsport Social at Gmail, and let's get that rolling forward.
Yes, and you can also reach out to my co-host on the Axe Mode podcast, Mr. East, also known as Micah Moses Miller on Facebook.
My God, I love that cat of his.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
White, you have yourself a blessed afternoon. We'll see you in a couple hours, and Axes up high, brother.
Yes, sir. Axes up, Rocco.
Have a
Much
good day.
love.
Much love.